Hi, I'm Emma, and I will be your guide through this film on how to set up a food enterprise business. I will guide you every step of the way and give you ideas and tips, along with the help of my able colleagues Gabrielle and Lauren. There are many steps in this film, each containing important information, but as we go through, you may come across some web links. These are there for added information, so please feel free to use them as a resource. Step 1. Business planning and premises. Before you even get into the kitchen, you will need a business plan. This plan should set out your goals and objectives. It should give an outline of your business, the market in which it will operate, and how it will make you money. There are lots of resources available to help with business planning. Visit the library or try the internet to help you get started. You may also wish to do some market research to help you decide what you will produce. Make some samples and ask family and friends which they prefer. So, you have got a great product and want to start to make it. But where do you do this? Is it at home in your kitchen, or is it a purpose-built premises? Before you start production, you must register your premises with your local authority environmental service at least 28 days before production. It doesn't cost you anything to register, and your registration can't be refused. However, if you fail to register, you may be fined, imprisoned for up to 2 years, or even both. Your premises must be kept clean and well maintained, and require certain facilities to achieve good health and hygiene practices. Here's some handy websites to help you. Step 2. Health, hygiene, and food safety. All food businesses require a food safety management procedure based on the principles of HACCP. Hazard, analysis, and critical control point. HACCP is a preventative approach to food management based on 7 principles. Identify what could go wrong, the hazards. Identify the most important points, CCPs, critical control points. Set critical limits at each CCP. For example, cooking temperature. Set up checks at CCPs to prevent problems. Decide what to do if something goes wrong. Prove that your HACCP plan is working. Keep records of all your documentation. There is a great website the Food Standards Agency provides, with lots of information to help with food safety. Good food hygiene is essential to make sure the food you produce is safe to eat. It makes good business sense and protects your reputation. Remember the 4 C's: cleaning, cooking, cross-contamination, and chilling. I said chilling, not chillin'. There are a number of regulations applying to food businesses. Try and take the time to get to know them. The Food Standards Agency also provides information and packs to help small businesses. A lot of information, but very important stuff. Step 3. Ingredients. You should always use fresh, good quality ingredients which can be easily traced in case of problems. Adopting a product tracing system can help. This involves documenting the production and distribution chain of products, so that if a problem arises, the product can be traced back to a common source or through distribution channels. When goods arrive, they should be checked for damage and quality. Step 4. Packaging. You must use packaging that's suitable for food use. Suitable packaging is marked for food contact or has a symbol which looks like a wine glass and a fork. There are special rules for using plastics, ceramics, or cellophane for packaging. You must have written evidence that you've kept to these rules. This is known as a declaration of compliance, and you can get it from your packaging supplier. Glassware such as jars or bottles must be thoroughly washed before use. This can be done by placing in a hot oven for 10 minutes at gas mark 3 or 160 degrees. The hot cycle of a dishwasher, or wash for 10 minutes in water above 90 degrees. You should keep records of each batch produced. This should include food name, production date, number produced, used by, best before dates, batch number, records of temperature, and the suppliers of ingredients. Step 5. Weights and measures. Weights need to be displayed on any labels or packaging. Approved weighing equipment must be used, and make sure you don't include any of the packaging in the weight of your produce. Weigh the jar empty, then again when full, to make sure that each jar contains at least the quantity declared. Containers can be filled to the minimum, above, or average, but good practice is to aim to declare a weight that will always be exceeded. Step 6. Labelling. To sell your food or drink product, the label must be clear and easy to read, permanent, easy to understand, easily visible, and not misleading. Labels need to be very specific, and the information must be displayed clearly in letters of at least 1.2 millimeters. There should be good contrast between the text and the background. Labels must, by law, contain the following information: the name of the food, a list of ingredients in descending order by weight. Any compound ingredients listed must contain the components of the compound. Additives must be included and identified by category name along with the chemical name or number. Allergens must be highlighted in bold or italics. If an ingredient is in the name of the food, such as raspberry jam, the ingredients must declare what percentage of the product is raspberry. Name and contact details of the manufacturer, a best before or use by date, any storage conditions, weight marking must be in metric units and in letters of at least 4 millimeters in height. From 2016, nutritional information will be required. Shelf life. This is the period during which a food product maintains its microbiological safety and suitability at a specified storage temperature and, where appropriate, specified storage and handling conditions. Shelf life is influenced by manufacturing practices, HACCP implementation, quality of raw materials, process steps, packaging, conditions of distribution, storage temperature, product formulation, intended use, and target consumer. Foods expected to keep longer than 3 months, but less than 18 months, should be labelled best before end, and the date given in terms of the month and year. For example, July 2015. Allergens. Allergens are proteins found in food that can cause ill health. There are 14 major allergens which must be highlighted if used in the production of a foodstuff. Controls should be in place to avoid cross-contamination of foodstuffs. These include celery, cereals containing gluten, crustaceans, eggs, fish, lupin, milk, mollusks, mustard, peanuts and nuts, sesame seeds, soybeans, sulfur dioxide. Step 7. Storage and transport. Unpeeled fresh produce, such as fruit, should be kept in a cool place. Peeled produce must be refrigerated. Finished produce must be stored in a cool, dry environment. Vehicles and containers used to transport food must be clean and in good repair and condition to avoid contamination. Items used to hold foodstuffs should not be used for any other purpose. Step 7. Storage and transport. Unpeeled fresh produce, such as fruit, should be kept in a cool place. Peeled produce must be refrigerated. Finished produce must be stored in a cool, dry environment. Vehicles and containers used to transport food must be clean and in good repair and condition to avoid contamination. Items used to hold foodstuffs should not be used for any other purpose.